The Big Show on Hauraki. Cheers, Tui, for bringing back the laughs in a world gone mad. Yeah, right.
Welcome.
This is big.
To the Hauraki Big Show.
Really big.
With Jason Hoyt, Mike Minogue and Keyzie.
Oh, g'day, you mad bastards. Great to have your company this Friday afternoon, the 15th of November 2024. And you, my friends, are listening to The Big Show, brought to you by Tui. Yeah. Get it in, yep. Get it in, yeah. And as always, Mogi, with your tight black T-shirt on there, looking sensational, mate. How's life?
Oh, it's going pretty grouse here. You mad dog. You sick son of a bee. You filthy bastard.
Thanks, man.
Yeah, beautiful day right across this nation of ours. I'm going to speak for every single area in the entire country. Absolutely pissing it, isn't it? Cats and dogs. I've
got a favour to ask of you, and I want you to consider it before you say no.
Kia ora.
Because it is absolutely pissing down out here. I'm just wondering if maybe in the two-song break you go and wander outside and maybe get a little bit damp and wet there, and so that very tight T-shirt gets a bit transparent and really clings to your gutters, etc., etc.
I'll consider it.
Thanks, mate. Keyzie. Where do I begin with Keyzie today?
Just say hello.
He's just in the weirdest mood. He said he had a really big night and pushed the boat out last night after
Did I
golf.
say that? I didn't have a big night. However, for some reason, I feel like I did have a big night.
Yeah.
My brain is running at about 30% capacity.
Yeah, man.
Which is a shame because usually it's at about 40, 50.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
But I won't let that stop us.
Your hair's a bit damp, so you got caught in the rain.
I got caught in the rain.
Mm-hmm.
I was going to say your bangs aren't as buffy as normal.
Oh, Buffy Bangs Keyzie.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sorry about that. I did get caught in the rain. And to be honest, it's been one of the worst days weather-wise in a couple of months, I'd say. Absolutely miserable out
It's
there.
been a shocker.
Yeah.
But I tell you what's not going to be a shocker is this show, because we have got so much going on. We're going to be talking to the winner of our Diamonds on Richmond prize, a $10,000 engagement ring.
That's right.
We've also got the Big Deck Energy $5,000 worth of stuff to give away.
We've also got the Friday Throbber.
And we're also, and this is a hell of a coup, nobody else can do it, the old coal player in town. And we'll be talking to Chris Martin from the band later on today, so stay tuned for that.
Really?
How good, man.
The Hauraki Big Show with Jason Hoyt, Mike Minogue and Keyzie.
Primal Scream there on the radio. Hauraki Big Show this Friday afternoon. And I forgot, fellas, and it was very remiss of me, Frout Out Shy Day.
Oh.
Have you got any Frout Outs? Text us 3483 and let us know.
Yeah, it sounds similar to Shout Out Friday. But it's not. It's Frout Out Shy Day. 3483, you can get yourself a Tui prize pack. Now, fellas, something happened on the big show yesterday, the first ever Hauraki Swingers Club. It's something that involved Pugs, our beloved producer in Studio B there, who does such a great job. And I think, Jase, you would agree with the statement that of late, tensions between you and Pugs have been sort of simmering.
Well, yes, I think I'd agree with that, but I think there's a lot of sexual energy going on there too.
Yeah, right, okay. So that's a mixture of both.
Yeah.
Well, look, it brings me no pleasure to have to give you guys this, but before the show today, I went and had a wee chat to Pugsan, because yesterday on the golf course, he ran Jase over with a golf cart.
He did.
He ran Jase over. And this was sort of my theory behind the whole thing. And I was probably standing 15 meters away, so I witnessed the second half of the action. From where I was standing, it seemed intentional. He ran Jase over with a golf cart, and I had a bit of a sneaking suspicion that he in fact did it on purpose. So I went undercover. I was wearing a wire. I went into the B studio, and I asked Pugs whether or not he did it on purpose. Here's some audio. I'd just like to see what you guys make of this.
Yeah. Are we readdressing Hoity J's foot thing today?
I mean, you can if you want. I mean, I figured you would do that in the throbber.
Yeah, true.
When you maybe in the last break of the floor or something.
Yeah, true.
Have a chat about it.
Because you did it on purpose, eh? You hit him on purpose.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hit him on purpose. How does that make you feel, Jase?
Oh, look, I mean, it doesn't surprise me.
Yeah.
I've been pretty scarred by the whole incident.
Physically,
mentally, and emotionally. And I will admit there's been a weird vibe between Pugs and I. I mean, my wife, is still very fond of him, still thinks he's got the most lovely skin of all the big show.
Not hard.
Yeah, that's true.
Right.
So, I hope he's got it out of his system, and that, we're going to be good from here.
My worry is what's next. You know what I mean? Because, sure, you throw glass, you screw your paper up at the end of every day and you throw it at the glass in his studio there and you rack him up, you do a lot of stuff, and he responds by running you over with a moving vehicle and then confessing to it. I just want, what if he sees you in the car park one day? You know what I mean? And he might run you down. Do you think we should be worried about this, Mike?
Look, I think these guys have just got to work it out between themselves. It's like having kids, Hoodie J.
Sure.
You just got to chuck them in the ring and, last man standing, as it were.
Sure.
There's no point us getting involved in it, Keyzie. They can just beat the hell out of each other. We get a little bit of content for the show. Happy days.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, okay.
Happy days. I mean, if the victim is going to be Jase's foot, if Jase's foot gets crushed, he spends the evening putting his foot up on the sofa and sort of complaining to his wife about the excruciating pain that he's in, then I say I'm all for it.
Yeah, man.
Right.
If Hoity J decides to jump on Pugs' back and bite his ear off, bully for him.
Well, I'm keen for that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, actually, what I propose, and I'm going to propose it to him just between the three of us here, that him and I spend a weekend at the Batch together. I'll load up on Viagra's, we'll take some wines and just see what happens. Just
Right.
close the blinds and...
I don't know if I
You
want...
haven't got any blinds, have you?
And have it out. Just
I don't
have
know
it
if
out.
I want him and you in a secluded place like that. You don't know what he's capable
I
of.
just think we should have it out, Keyzie. One way or the other.
You mean have it out or get it out?
Oh, both.
Have it out, get it out, have it in.
The Hauraki Big Show with Jase, Mike and Keyzie. Tune in weekdays at 4 on Radio Hauraki.
Queens of the Stone Age there on the Radio Hauraki Big Show this Friday afternoon. The time is 4:36. Now, yesterday on the show, shots were fired between the Big Show and the Agenda Podcast. The Agenda Podcast is a daily podcast by the ACC that generally focuses on sport. Is that correct, fellas?
Yeah, that is. That's largely true, and just a bit of waffle here and there as well, which is absolutely fair enough. And the other thing they do is accuse the Big Show of stealing the headphones that they've got in the ACC studio. So I was listening to that podcast yesterday. They were pretty angry about it. Every day we come into the studio, every day our headphones are gone. Bloody Big Show is stealing it. And I was offended by that because we did not steal their headphones. We certainly don't do it every day. We never do it, in fact.
We used to do it. Well, Jase used to do it probably 2 years ago, and then I was about a year and a half. Now we've all got our own headphones. They've got our names written
We
on
hide them because we know how what a treasure it is to have headphones at a radio station, and people will steal them. So we're well aware of their complaints. Have no doubt that somebody is stealing their headphones, but the accusation towards us is untrue.
Yes.
So we returned serve yesterday on the show, and today they have done the same. We each have our own headphones, which we keep in a secure location, and we never touch those ACC ones other than to borrow them.
We never touch them other than to borrow them.
They very kindly let us use their studio. Very grateful for that. But
So they admit they use our studio.
And they're not grateful.
A year and a half ago, Jase, you might have been guilty of borrowing some of their headphones.
So they openly admit they have been stealing our headphones up until a year and a half.
That is just, for them to throw shit out there like that, it just goes to show what a low-grade, subpar product they are actually making.
Backbone!
Those in glass houses. And finally, Jason Hoyt had this threat to issue.
You know what I want to say to those guys? Say it to my face, Lane.
Yeah.
Menai Stewart. Say it to my face, pal. You lame-ass sport bloody podcast crappy nonsense.
Well, firstly, to say it face to face, I'd have to get on my knees.
Is as good a time as any to address what's happened just this morning.
Yeah, we needed some headphones. They were missing.
They were missing.
Where the were they?
Well, you went and had a look, didn't you? Where did you find them?
In Hauraki studio.
Now, what do they say on the side of them?
ACC property.
so there you go.
Unbelievable.
The accusation's coming thick and fast here, and the fellas are really feeling it. I know, because it used to drive us up the wall, didn't it? When we were every single day, we'd be searching a goddamn radio station trying to find some headphones. Not only any headphones, but God forbid they should work. One of the channels will be out. I mean, just an absolute shambles. So Mania there, he's gone through what we've said with a fine-tooth comb to try and sort of find any holes in our story. So
It's gotcha journalism.
it's gotcha journalism. So just to be clear, what we meant was we don't borrow your headphones. We use them while we are using the ACC studio.
And
It's a matter of semantics, picking up on some tiny details around, vocabulary there, which is totally fine. We did used to borrow those headphones a year and a half ago, but we're talking about the complaints that you're making now, not a year and a half ago. And then this morning, they're fuming because they come into their studio, and once again, Jase, these headphones are gone. So once again, they're accusing us. However, what they don't know is that yesterday we didn't do the show from the Hauraki studios. Yesterday, we were out at a golf club, an hour's drive away.
Correct.
So the accusation can only be that we didn't drive out there. We instead came into the studios, took their headphones, put them in the AC studio, and then drove out to Muriwai Golf Club to do the radio show, only to annoy them. Now, there's something very obvious that is happening here. There's somebody else that does a radio show in between when we do it and when they go in to do the podcast, and that is The Breakfast Show. The Breakfast Show.
Correct.
The Breakfast Show are the ones that are stealing your headphones every single day because they also steal ours.
That's right. So the Breakfast Show has obviously, you got Jeremy Wells, no more Matt Heath, but they have different people coming in and out. And then the two producers, Finn and Jeremy, will come in to do the podcast. That's 4 people. They don't have 4 lots of headphones.
They don't.
They have to get a spare pair. Not only is the Agenda podcast subpar and a terrible product, so too is the Breakfast Show. And I'd like to put that on the air and just bring a third party in to this sort of multi-show discussion.
I'm so pissed off by the allegations, I'm going to go in there and start stealing their headphones.
I tell you what would pay them back, man. You should start going into that little office they've got to the side and start stealing all those bags of chips.
I'm going to do that now,
You
actually.
should start doing that.
Just start doing it.
Yeah.
Start doing that now.
I'll start doing that right now.
Yeah.
What do you want, sour cream and chives?
Yeah, that-
Sweet chili.
Oh, the sweet
Yeah,
chili, you
just
reckon,
get one
fellas?
of each.
One of each,
Yeah,
why not?
Actually, and a pair of headphones too.
The Hauraki Big Show. Weekdays from 4 on Radio Hauraki.
Pearl Jam there on the radio. Hauraki Big Show this Friday afternoon. The time is 11 minutes to 5 o'clock. Now, we've been running a competition over the last couple of weeks, Big Deck Energy, with our great mates at Trade Tested, where you have the opportunity of winning $5,000 worth of product. Isn't that right, fellas?
That's 100% correct. It's a hell of a prize.
It's a great prize. We had our first winner last Friday, actually, and she was just sensational.
Oh, she was.
She went the whole outdoor entertainment route, and I think she got it down to the last couple of dollars there, and she's going to have a great summer, no question about it.
That's right. She completely stocked up her deck. She had the outdoor furniture. She had tables. She had a barbecue. I think she had like an awning set up. The whole back deck sorted thanks to tradetested.co.nz. We have got our second winner of $5,000 who we are going to call right now. And if you're impressed by her getting it down to a few dollars, Jase.
Yeah, okay.
Just you wait, mate. Just you wait. Hopefully they pick up, of course. Otherwise, Otherwise we get the stuff. So.
Hello, Mike speaking.
Yeah, g'day, Mike. It's Hoity J, Mogi, and Keyzie from the Big Show. How you going, mate?
I'm a lot better now. Listen to you, gentlemen.
Oh, good on you. Can I just ask you, Mike, what do you do for a crust, mate?
I'm a banker.
A banker. What a goddamn backbone.
Good on you, mate. And tell me, are you looking forward to the summer there, Mike?
Oh, good question.
I certainly am looking forward to the summer, yeah. Can't beat it, really.
Yeah, nice.
Bit of gardening, a bit of relaxing out the back, yep.
Love relaxing out back, mate. So, Michael, you entered our tradetested.co.nz competition. You went onto their website. You put together a shopping list of stuff you'd like. So, fellas, just...
take me through it there, Keyzie.
You've got the Carpety Rattan Furniture Set, $2,299.
Oh.
Garden Shed, Iron Sand... $1,199. A garden shed wooden peg down kit, $26. A wooden floor kit, $653. A premium composite deck tiles pack, $790. Solar garden light, $29.90. Total cost $4,997.50.
Hey, Mike,
Hello.
that's all yours, mate.
No way, you absolute beauties. Woohoo!
How
That
good!
is amazing, guys. You can have a beer on me this weekend. I
Oh,
love you
appreciate
fellas.
that.
Oh, good on you, mate. And can I just say, you got it down to a few dollars there, mate. What a top effort from you.
I know. Well, it's just my job. You see, I couldn't help myself. Down to it.
Squeezing every penny out of the bastard like a true banker.
Yeah.
Bloody good. I'm sure you could chuck in
my
a
wife
few
would be so
lollipops.
happy.
Oh, sorry, what was that?
Sorry, just saying my wife would be so happy.
My wife.
Yeah, good. Hey, well, congratulations, Mike. Well done on entering the competition. I'm going to throw you over to Pugs Son and Studio B. You enjoy all that merch, mate.
All right, thanks a lot, guys. I really appreciate it.
No worries. And a big thank you to Trey Teston, who has everything for your backyard delivered to your front door.
How good, eh? How good.
Tune?
Oh,
What is it, Jase? Put your glasses on. It's Presidents of the USA.
oh, right, okay, that's why I can see it.
The Hauraki Big Show with Jason Hoyt, Mike Minogue, and Keyzie.
Douche. Presidents of the USA there on the radio. Hauraki Big Show. Presidents of the USA, eh, fellas?
Am I
Hey.
right?
Don't get me started.
Jase.
Don't get me started, Keyzie. It's been bugging me.
What's coming up after 5, Jase?
Oh, good question.
Well, of course, Friday Throbber.
Throbber.
Also, of course, we're going to call the winner of our Diamonds on Richmond competition in that $10,000 engagement ring.
Pretty amazing, isn't it?
Yeah, it is really amazing. I think he's going to do the proposal next weekend.
Yeah,
so
it's exciting.
I imagine he's going to be, tensing up a little bit.
Oh,
fellas.
yeah.
Will be. Also, Mogie's got some sport chat.
I got some sport chat for you.
Actually, just on the sport chat, if you could you want to do the football segment in the sport chat this time, Keyzie?
Good on you, mate.
Thanks,
You Start
Keyzie.
prepping that now.
Sorry, what?
The Hauraki Big Show with Jase, Mike, and Keyzie. Tune in weekdays at 4 on Radio Hauraki.
It's the Hauraki Big Show's Friday Throbber.
douche.
Yes, indeed. Nice to see a bit of sun coming through there, fellas. It's been pissing down all day here in Auckland City. A bit of sun poking through the clouds there. Now, the Throbber, yes, Keyzie.
I hope it's nice wherever you are, New Zealand.
Oh, yes. And we've got to stop talking about Auckland because everybody else hates it. So what should we call this place where we live?
New Zealand?
What about Sydney?
Sydney, okay, yeah.
Wait, so we're in Sydney from now on.
It's bloody beautiful,
That way
man. Look at
people
all
won't
the
be-
jobs.
And
So
the
many jobs.
money's so much better as well.
How good's the public transport?
It's so good, man. So good. Now, the Throbber is where we each choose a tune for your Friday night that hopefully kicks off your weekend, gets you in the mood to party.
That's right.
And the Throbber theme today was my foot after the debacle that happened yesterday on the golf course.
You nearly got killed, didn't
I
you,
nearly
mate?
did, where Pugsan drove onto my foot.
In a golf
in
cart.
the golf cart. And then, rather than back off my foot, he just parked there.
Yeah. Must have done some damage.
While I screamed and screamed and screamed in absolute agony.
And they're bloody heavy bastards too, those things.
They are, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm all right. That's fine.
So the theme is Hoity J's sore foot.
Yeah.
And of course, you can vote on the Throbber by calling 0800 Hauraki. First person to get 2 votes on the phone line there wins.
Yeah,
And we've
that's
got
right.
we've got a year-long scoreboard. So
It's getting pretty close as well.
it is very close. Now, can I just start by saying that Jase wanted to change the theme immediately
Oh, yeah.
this morning. He's like, I don't like that theme. Let's change it. Too
Yeah.
hard.
And he wanted to change it to Jace's hand.
It's sore
Because
hands.
his hand is also sore.
That was me being funny.
I know, it was
right.
good.
Okay.
It was good, mate.
Who wants to lead us off?
I've gone with Pendulum Crushed. Absolute rubber.
Was that what was going through your head while Pugsan was running you down?
No, I was just sort of wondering why he was smiling at me.
Because because it was intentional.
He's always been a friendly fella,
Oh, he is. He's a lovely fella.
even when he's been a maniacal bastard.
Yeah, he's trying to kill me.
Who wants to go next, Jase? Or
Sure.
I think it feels like Keyzie wants to go last because he's got a wounder.
No, I'll go next then. This is my choice.
Keep rolling, 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 rolling. Keep rolling, 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 rolling.
That's what you wanted Pugs to do to get off your foot.
Keep
rolling.
I wanted him to roll backwards, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, well,
or
he did.
forwards. It doesn't matter. You're halfway there.
Yeah, it was a traumatic day for me, and as I mentioned in the podcast, I think it was, it's pretty scarring what happened with my foot there. But with that in mind, I've gone with Broken, Beaten and Scarred by Metallica.
Oh, nice.
Are there any words or?
Yeah, man.
That's off. Is that off the album in 2000?
Saint Anger.
Is that off Saint Anger?
Yeah, Saint Anger.
Oh, that's everyone's favourite Metallica album.
Hey, but the good news is, New Zealand, you decide, so give us a call right now on 0800. Hauraki is the BC Boys.
By the way, great throbber.
Great throb.
3 tunes.
Great throb.
Yeah.
Good work, fellas.
The Hauraki Big Show with Jason Hoyt, Mike Minogue, and Keyzie.
Hey, ladies! It's the Hauraki Big Show's Friday Throbber.
Yes, indeed. Welcome back, you massive backbones. Hope your Friday's going along very nicely indeed. The theme today, Hoity J's foot after the debacle on the golf course. Yes, DD.
That's right. Pugsan ran Hoity J down, parked on his foot. He was screaming. Great text here. Jase getting run over by a golf cart is like a regular person getting run over by a monster truck. So there you go.
One thing I have noticed actually on the social media lately is how small I am.
On the social media?
Yeah. Well, you know how I've really. You guys are quite tall units.
We are.
Even Pugsan's a tall unit.
He's
and
not short.
I'm just a little short ass.
Yeah, but you pack a lot in, man.
Yeah,
that's the
that's
thing
true.
about it.
That's
Everything's
true,
in
Mogi.
proportion.
Yeah, man.
Well, almost everything.
Almost everything.
So honker chat.
Oh, yeah, nice.
Oh, is that what you meant? Is that what you meant?
Hey, fellas, I went with this one.
That is Pendulum Crushed, and that's in reference to your foot, Jase.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man.
I went for this one. Rollin', 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 Limp Bizkit.
And they came. I think me and Pugsan, we went to that concert earlier this year or the year before, and I tried to get that one. People just would not go for Limp Bizkit. Don't know what it is because I rate it. Absolutely rate it.
Oh, so you've had that song before?
I've played that song
right.
before. Yeah, and a couple of their others, and nobody backs me. It's bullshit. Anyway, Hoity J, you've got a sick bastard here
Yeah,
as
I've
well.
got a bit of Metallica for you. Broken, beaten, and scarred.
Righto.
That's right. Mogi and I were trying to pick which album that was off.
We refused to Google it and worked out that it was Death Magnetic.
That's right.
Great
Although I haven't
stuff.
Googled it to see if that's true. We might be wrong.
We just assume it is.
Let's go to the callers, fellas. We got Andrew on the line. G'day, Andrew, you mad bastard. What are you running with there, Matt?
Well, what do you mean, what am I running, mate?
What are you running, you mad bastard, you?
Oh, all right. Well, I'm going to vote. I'm going to vote for Keyzie.
Good on you.
Yeah, nice.
All right, here we
Nice,
go.
there you go.
I know what he's running. Great taste of music.
Let's go to Hoops from Auckland. G'day, Hoops, you mad bastard. What are you running with, Hoops?
G'day, fellas. I'm going to have to give it to Keyzie on this
Hey, Keyzie.
Good stuff, mate.
Good on you, Hoops,
Yeah,
man.
mate.
Love you. Thank you.
Good stuff, Keyzie.
Tune.
Well done, mate.
Well, it's a shame, really, because that was probably one of our best throbbers in terms of just three absolute bangers.
Yeah,
goers.
yeah.
I actually I felt good for you, Hoity J. There,
So
I'm
did I,
sorry.
So did I.
actually.
Yeah.
Well, especially when you consider the fact that it was me that was run over. I
That's
feel like
right.
I should almost be compensated the win.
Well, okay, why don't we give Keyzie an asterisk?
The Hauraki Big Show with Jason Hoyt, Mike Minogue, and Keyzie.
Rollin' is your Friday throbber. 17 minutes past 5 o'clock.
Let's go to the scoreboard.
Bit of Limp Bizkit, the old Keyzie for the win. The scoreboards looks like this. Out in front, Keyzie on 12 wins with 1 asterisk. Jase in second place on 11 with 6 asterisks. Asterisks.
Yeah, how do you say that?
Asterisk.
Asterisk, okay.
Asterisk. Apparently, according to a text there a few weeks ago.
Asterisk. Okay, yeah, I got you. Right.
And in third place, Mike on 10.
That's right. Oh, Mogi.
Mogi's on 10.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to you guys taking the title.
Well, that's the thing.
This year.
You've won 3 years in a row.
I have.
And this year, the tables have turned for now because Hoity J's second.
Yeah.
Although he's got 6 asterisks. So, yeah, I don't know.
Yeah. I'm still predicting a Mogi run at the end there.
Well, you forget that I've got a bit of time off coming my way,
yes,
which takes me right out of it.
Oh, it's a shame.
But look, guys, I've had a good run.
Well, you still got 2 weeks.
Oh, thanks, mate.
Yeah, and that you could
draw it. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then if nobody else plays for the remaining 3 or 4 weeks.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Well, you're screwed.
Well,
man.
they should be. All of those should have asterisks.
No, and hang on, no, because I went on my honeymoon at the end of last year and lost the throbber because of it.
Yeah, that's what you get.
Oh, is that what I get? Yeah, that's what you get.
Oh, bit of cure for you, eh?
Ah,
good stuff.
Tune.
The Hauraki Big Show with Jason Hoyt, Mike Minogue, and Keyzie.
Yes, indeed, the cure there on the radio. Hauraki Big Show this Friday afternoon. The time is 22 minutes past 5 o'clock.
Hey, fellas.
Sorry, 5 o'clock.
Yeah, man.
Sorry,
Okay.
what?
5 o'clock.
All good.
So my daughter, you heard about her?
Oh, is this 1.5 Mogies?
Oh. 1.5 Mogies. Yeah. It's that time of year, and you'll remember this from back in your day, the old school sports day.
Ah,
sure.
It's a year of first for my little one there. It's her first year at school. She's in year 0.
This is Mogi Jr., right?
Yes. Yeah, little Mogi there. Brother Mogi. And so, yeah, had her sports day a couple of days ago there. And, it's cute, isn't it?
Oh, well, it's interesting, actually, because some of my girls are into sport, some of them weren't.
Yeah.
So for those that aren't into it, it's traumatic.
Yes.
That is true.
And that's exactly what we found.
Yes.
Some of the kids just aren't into it whatsoever. I don't know if they grow into it or it's just not in them and it never will be, or what the guts is. But I guess my kid there, Mogi, she's got a natural competitive sort of a streak in her.
Wonder where she got that from.
But at the same time, she doesn't really, she doesn't want anybody else to feel bad.
Sure.
But, from my point of view, I quite like her to try, because if she tries hard, does really well, it might encourage her to do more, It's like, you don't want to not do things because other people don't do them very well and you want them to feel okay, you know what I mean?
Sure.
So I bribed her with some ice cream. I said, if you actually give it your all today, you can have some ice cream. And she's all about the ice cream. That's sort of her, like beer is for you, Keyzie.
Currency.
Absolute psycho.
Lifeblood.
It's your motivator.
Yeah, that's right.
So we did the sprints there, the little 100 metres there, 9.23 seconds.
Not bad, man.
What do you mean not bad? 100 metres.
100 metres.
And how old is she? 5?
She's 5.
And sub 10.
Sub 10.
Barefoot?
Yep. Barefoot. And I always found barefoot was the best. The world record's 9.58. But I think that was on a bit of a slight decline. So
hers was?
I don't think it's an official world record.
Sure, okay.
yeah. But all and then she did the high jump. That was probably 5'3" or so. So I think it was what was it? 176. She did.
She cleared 176.
Yep. She did 6 metres in the long jump. She refused to participate in the egg and spoon race because she doesn't like eggs. But the problem was all the other kids were in tears. And they were so upset that they just wouldn't compete. She just sort of ruined the whole day for them. And I don't know what I'm meant to do about that.
Well, that's right, yeah.
And I mean, of course, you're 5 years old. It's your first sports day, and someone, even though it was on a slight incline, breaks the world record for a 100-metre sprint.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, so that's why they're feeling bad. I can see why that would happen.
Oh, yeah. But that's not...
That's not your problem.
But the problem is, it's not my daughter's fault that they're losers.
Well,
Sure,
it kind of is, because
yeah.
is she on roids or anything like that? It seems crazy.
It's funny, actually, because I remember with my little one, the youngest there, and
What's her name?
Is that Hoity Jr.?
Hoity J Jr.
What's your grandson?
And it was a sort of a bittersweet day because she was never into the sport too much.
No.
But same scenario, if I coerced her with a couple of durries.
How old was she?
5.
That was another time, though, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was different
It's about
times.
5 years ago.
Back then, Mogi, and a couple of cold beersies as well. And she was 5, and she wasn't really into it, but a couple of beersies and a few durries. She was like, yeah, sweet, bring it on.
Wait, so she had them before the sports
No,
day?
I was going to say you can have a couple of beersies and durries afterwards.
Right, ginger beers, right?
And she did the old pole vault. Never done that before.
They did that at primary school?
Yeah,
When they were 5?
Yeah, when she was 5.
Jeez.
And I just remember this little tiny wee stick of a thing,
Yeah.
picking up this enormous stick. That was, seriously,
Pole.
it was probably pole.
Oh, was she doing stick vault or pole vault?
So she was in the pole vault, which was, seriously, probably 15 times her size.
15 times.
And,
wow. How long's a pole?
mate, I kid you not, she came pounding up there and stuck it in there and flung herself over 5 metres. 5 metres in the air.
Wow.
And which I think was at the time the woman's New Zealand woman's record.
Right.
For adults and stuff, which was an amazing feat. But she was so powerful that she literally flung herself onto the netball courts and just went do because she didn't know about the
landing.
The loosey goosey.
Loosey goosey.
Grazed her knees and stuff, so it was an amazing achievement. But then there was tears and pain afterwards. But she was fine after a couple of beersies.
Yeah, right. What is she like in terms of the beers?
Oh, hammer and tongs.
The Hauraki Big Show with Jason Hoyt, Mike Minogue, and Keyzie.
Yes, indeed, Rage Against the Machine there on the radio. Hauraki Big Show this wet Friday afternoon. Now, you'll recall we had a bit of a thing going with the Fields on Diamonds on Richmond, where they very, very kindly gave us a $10,000, and I'll repeat that because it's worth repeating, a $10,000 engagement ring to give away to some lucky bastard out there. Isn't that right, fellas?
That's absolutely right. And now it's been repriced, revalued, and it's priceless.
Yeah,
Wow.
man.
Because it's synonymous with the love for one of our listeners, and he is going to propose to his partner.
That's right.
And we're bloody excited about it, aren't we, Keyzie?
We certainly are, fellas. Diamond on Richmond, they certainly hooked us up. They are your go-to one-stop shop when it comes to engagement rings. And people might recall people would write in their plans for their perfect engagement. We'd read them out with this music behind it, and then somehow you had to factor in the big show. And if we liked your entry, then you get yourself a $10,000 Diamonds on Richmond engagement ring.
Good stuff.
That's good stuff, Keyzie.
Well, very exciting news. We've got the winner in the studio with us. You mad.
If that's your real name.
If that's your real name, you mad bastard. First and foremost, mate, how are you going? How are you feeling?
Yeah, thanks for having me. And it's been a whirlwind of a couple of weeks getting everything ready and dealing with Diamonds in Richmond. They've been absolutely fantastic. They've walked me through everything. It's just been amazing, and just counting down now till the big day.
Oh, how good. Now, I want to know some sort of detail. I mean, what are you thinking in terms of your proposal? Have you finalised what you're going to do here, or are you still sort of tutuing around the edges a bit?
I think for the most part it's kind of locked in, I would say. So we're just going to get away to... we love that spot. It's a very special place for us, so that's kind of the game plan. We love being outside, so my plan is just to find a really beautiful area, beautiful spot. Of course, make sure there's a photographer there. Yeah, sure. Capture the moment and, get down on the knee and hopefully she says yes.
Yeah, mate. Well, that's the thing. Well, speaking of Of course, Mogi used to live there for many years. You might want to have a little chit-chat to him because I'm sure he knows all the beautiful spots,
There's
Mogi.
many beautiful spots there, mate. I recommend there's a little cafe just as you get off the ferry there. Do it right on the dock. Right outside the cafe there, and if you cop a no, you can jump straight back on a ferry and head back to Auckland.
Yeah, well, I was actually going to say, or a bar. You know, just go to a bar somewhere and go and propose outside, and if it all goes terribly wrong, go and have a few beersies.
But you guys factor in the possible no. Is that what your advice is?
Look, I mean, for me, I've proposed to dozens of women, and one thing I learned was always make sure you're at least a 50-50 chance of getting a yes.
At least, right.
But it's a numbers game. Eventually, some fool will say yes, and everyone in love is a fool, aren't they? And so, I'm sure you've had some conversations with your potential bride here, and you must be feeling on a scale of how many buzzies would you say you're in terms of confidence, 1 to 5?
Oh, mate, I'd probably say I'm a 4, just because I don't know if you could ever be a 5.
Yes.
Yeah. No, that's good. Overconfidence can be a bad thing. But how's the anxiety level as well? I mean, are you anxious? Because it's not just your regular proposal. I mean, this is going to be documented, mate. And I don't know if you know this, we've got millions of listeners listening to the show, and they're all going to find out about it. Does that put any more pressure on you?
Absolutely, mate. I'd say my anxiety levels are through the roof, if I'm being honest. What's kind of getting to me is the guilt of having to lie to her about certain things. Like this is a good example. Like she doesn't know I'm here.
Right, okay.
Well, can I just say, mate, once you get married, the lies pile up, and the guilt and anxiety around those lines, they lessen and lessen, don't they, Hoodie Joe? You know that. I mean, you lie as quick as you breathe once you get married, brother, and you've got all that to look forward to.
Yeah, that's absolutely true, Mogi. And, 27 years I've been with my wife, and... the amount of bullshit and lies I've told her over the years is extraordinary.
One more question before we let you go, man. This competition that you won, was this the kick up the arse you kind of needed? And if this didn't happen, when would you have thought about actually proposing?
That's a good question, mate. And look, to be honest, probably would have been about 12 months down the line. Right. Not because I feel like I'm not ready to propose to this girl. It's more that's how long it takes to save for a ring. Yeah. So the awesome thing is now I don't have to wait that long. I can get on and do it, which is just fantastic. So
awesome.
And it's a pretty impressive ring.
It's beautiful, mate.
Now listen, all the best, mate. We're going to be with you all the way. We're going to sort of see how you go, and fingers crossed she says yes, and it's going to be one of the best days of your life, mate.
Cheers, boys.
The Hauraki Big Show with Jason Hoyt, Mike Minogue and Keyzie.
The dudes here on this glorious Friday afternoon. Of course, we're heading into the weekend, and as always on a weekend, there's going to be some sporting action. So let's have a bit of sport chat. Why not? Sport! Shall we start off with the All Blacks, fellas, Sunday morning? What were you saying there, Keyzie? 9 o'clock
9:10
on Sunday morning. The French, always a doozy of a battle. I see old Bodie's back at first 5. Which is great. Cody Taylor's back at hooker.
Yep.
2 very good selections. Though, to be fair... who's the other first 5? God, he's just
Damien
McKenzie. I thought he had a good game against the Irish.
He did. He had a bloody good game, and
yes.
I think Robertson's point is that he's better off the bench. He's a great injection of pace and energy. So fair enough.
Once everyone's tired, bring him on. Pain in the ass.
Pain in the ass.
You know what I mean?
He's an energizer bunny.
He is.
Jase, you're going to watch the game live, man?
No, I'll be fishing.
Good on you, brother. Well, another thing that's happening, only it's happening on Saturday, 2 p.m. Saturday, is Mike Tyson versus Jake Paul.
Couldn't care less.
I'm going to be watching that. I'm a very big Mike Tyson fan.
Same.
I like what he's done in his life since leaving boxing. He's a deep thinker. He's always got really interesting things to say. And... I don't know, man. I haven't been interested at all until about the last 3 or 4 days when I've seen interviews with him, and he has got the old dead shark eyes going again. It's like, because your fear is that this is just going to be something where they dance around for 8 rounds, nobody hits each other, both of them get paid $40 million, and it's a complete waste of time watching it.
Yes,
but if he is gonna, I think he is obsessed with I don't think he takes his record lightly, and he takes boxing extremely seriously. Like he is a real student of it, and so I just hope that he goes in there and just smashes Jake Paul. I've got no idea who's going to win.
And I will also say he's still in bloody great shape.
He's an incredible Nick, and when you see him in the ring working the pads, it's like he would murder me in 3 seconds.
Yes,
but Jase, when you're out there playing in the ACC game of cricket, right, and the balls are coming flying at you, and you play shots that you used to play back in the day, and the ball's already gone. Well, how old is Mike Tyson?
58.
Surely.
Well, what's interesting about it is when you watch both of them on the pads and you watch both of them spar, Mike Tyson is still infinitely faster than Jake Paul.
Right.
He's a machine. He's an all-time great boxer. Jake Paul, Tyson has had more amateur fights than Jake Paul has had any kind of fights.
Yeah.
He has won, I think he's had 50 fights. He's lost 6. But 50 of his victories, 45 of them have been by knockout.
Yeah, he was a beast.
He is just an abs. So, I don't know what it's going to be, man, but I'm definitely... And it's on Netflix. It's free. I don't have to pay $40 for it.
Maybe I'll have
watch it anyway. The other thing is the UFC is on 309. It's John Jones versus... I can never say his name. Stipe, that's his name. This is a big fight because John Jones is regarded as the greatest UFC fighter of all time, and Stipe is great as well, although Stipe is 42, 43 years old. He hasn't had a fight for 3 years. I think it's a bit of a trash fight, but nice to see John Jones just smashing somebody again. Oliveira versus Chandler as well. This is on Sunday. Bo Nickel versus Paul Craig. It's a pretty great card. That's on your Sunday. Starts at about 4 p.m, I think, so I'll be watching that.
Good stuff. How are we looking in the football there, Keyzie?
Sorry?
How are we looking in the football there?
What do you mean? Why would you just throw to me with football? I'm not a football fan.
You don't like football, man?
No, I
just wanted you to feel a part of.
No, I'm sweet as, man.
Sure.
I'll tell you what you can do. Instead of me just randomly doing a football report, which I have never done in my career and probably never will do.
Yeah, you talked about them last week.
Did I?
Phoenix and...
that's right, the Phoenix.
Auckland FC.
3-0, that's right, and Auckland FC not playing. New Zealand are playing France, obviously, in the Northern Tour, and New Zealand are currently the underdogs, $1.95 they're paying. So... it's not often that the old boys in black are the underdogs. So if you want to win a $100 bonus cash bet, text TAB to 3483 right now. Download the new app. Get your bet on. R18. Bet responsibly.
The Hauraki Big Show with Jason Hoyt, Mike Minogue and Keyzie.
Yes, indeed, the offspring there on the radio. Hauraki Big Show this Friday evening. Now, plenty coming up after 6, including a bit of controversy regarding the Big Show improv this week, where Mogi and I thought it was some of the greatest radio we've ever done. Keyzie, on the other hand, decided that he thought it was the most terrible thing we've ever done. So we put it on a big poll, and we're having a referendum whether it was quality radio or whether it was the worst radio we've ever done.
That's right. The big poll's been running on the Hauraki Big Show's Instagram story. It has been running for 24 hours now. This referendum is binding. What was the percentage that it had
50.
to... 50?
Yes.
It needed to be 80 for your Mo.
Yeah, well, that was a different thing altogether. No, we said 50 yesterday.
What about 70?
No.
Why not?
It's got to be 50. And a
Mike,
53...
We did agree to 50.
Yeah.
I mean, I said 50, and you went, what? And then here we are.
Yeah.
See, that's not...
52 then, Keyzie. 52, have to say, the greatest
Just give me
radio...
60.
No,
60,
52.
I'll give you 60, man.
Thanks, Mike. 60, Jase?
52.
Come on, Jase. Give me 60. I'm not stopping this until it's 60.
I think 60 is fair. If it's under 60, then maybe people have got a point.
Yeah. Jase?
Sure, man, okay.
The Hauraki Big Show with Jase, Mike and Keyzie. Tune in weekdays at 4 on Radio Hauraki.
Welcome back, you massive backbones. God, I genuinely hope you're having a great Friday afternoon. Now, the podcast outro is essentially what we do to warm up for the radio show proper, isn't it, fellas?
Yeah, that's probably about right, mate. And it's some of the best chat you'll ever hear outside of the radio show, I'd say. And if you're not listening to it, you're a mad dog.
Yeah. Can I also just say the Hauraki Big Show is brought to you by Tui?
No, get it in, yeah.
No. Okay, get it in, yeah.
Yeah, get it in, yeah. It's just that, it's sponsorship.
Get it in, yeah. Keyzie.
Get it in, yeah. Hoity.
Can we just get on with it, please,
I was
Jesse?
just wondering, Keyzie,
What's
just
that,
while
man?
we're on the subject of tui and getting it in you, do you like having a few tuis and just sitting around with the lads and just having a bit of a chit-chat about life and all that?
Yeah, man.
Good on you, brother.
Do you?
Me too, man.
Jace?
Oh, I would.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I hear you.
Yeah.
It's because you don't have mates.
I tell you what, actually, it's great to see the billboards coming back into the public sort of arena again because life's too serious.
Interrupt you? It is too serious.
Yes,
it is too serious. And I was driving along just the other day there, and I was sitting in my car and I was just sort of pondering the state of the world, and I was thinking, I just feel like people could do with a laugh, man. And then I look out the window and there is a billboard, and I was absolutely pissing myself. Literally.
Why, 'cause it was funny?
So funny. I pissed all over myself.
Yeah, well put, Mogi.
Well,
Well
no,
put.
so you pissed your pants.
It was worth it, man, because I could do with a laugh right there.
So you'll be stoked with that.
Can I be honest with you in terms of pissing your pants while you're driving the car?
Yeah.
When I was driving out for the golf game yesterday, I was in absolutely hysterical laughter.
Yeah.
Thinking about all of us and what a debacle it was going to be.
Yeah.
And as it turned out, it was.
Yeah, you didn't sort of foresee that you get run over by pugs.
No, I didn't see that part. But
hey, fellas, the podcast outro is like bonus content we do, isn't it?
Sure, man.
And you can find it by searching Hauraki Big Show wherever you get your potties from. Here's a clip today about Jase's wife.
Oh, no.
Pedro Pascal.
Yeah, I quite like him.
Pedro Pascal.
He's my wife's.
Really?
Yeah,
I find him
And then she was like, actually, no, Mark Ruffalo.
another.
Oh.
She's got a type then.
The Hulk.
Yeah.
If he grew a moustache, he'd look like me.
If he grew a moustache, he'd look like Pedro Pascal,
That's right.
who looks like Keyzie.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
interesting. Isn't that interesting?
That is interesting.
I thought it was actually safe to play that clip, but I discovered it's not. I think my wife will be hearing this, and I'll be hearing about it when I get
But
home.
there's nothing wrong with them as hall pass.
Yeah, I know, but she doesn't want the world to know what a hall pass is.
Who are your hall passes
I'm not
again?
telling you who
I
my...
remember. It's Paul Tito.
That's right.
Oh, yeah, Paul Tito.
Yeah.
On that side of things, certainly.
Yeah.
Hey, here's a tune. Is this the Transplants?
Nice.
The Hauraki Big Show podcast.
The Killers there on the radio, Hauraki Big Show this Friday afternoon. Now, we've got to a crucial part of the show where we have got a binding referendum that we've put out to the listeners out there whether our Big Show improv this week with Keyzie doing Wheeze in the Shower is quality radio and or poor radio. So let's go to the big poll.
The Big Poll.
If you haven't heard it, don't listen to it. It's probably my
it's
advice. But if you want some sort of context around this referendum, search Hauraki Big Show wherever you get your podcast from. There's a highlights package of the show that Pugs does daily. Comes out at 7:30. Yesterday's one, we had a little snippet of all you need to hear. So just listen to yesterday's one, and then this will apply to you. You've been able to vote for the last 24 hours on the Hauraki Big Show's Instagram story. The results are in, fellas. Would you like to make some predictions? Because we all agreed that 60% was the level it would have to get to for it to be guaranteed good radio.
I feel like we were sort of led into that. With Keyzie being, and I feel like Keyzie knows what the score is, and so he's gone, I'm going to tip the scales a little bit here, fellas.
I just concentrate on our listeners, and I know our listeners are animals, so I'm going to go 80-20 like it.
Wow.
I'm going to go 70-30 like it.
Yeah.
Right, but you wouldn't let me have 60%, but you're going 70-30.
Yeah.
78% of people said it was great radio.
Hey, it's pretty close.
All right.
So 22, yeah, there we go.
Well, you know what that says to me, fellas? We got to do more of that stuff.
Nah.
Well, it sounds to me like that's essentially 3/4, right? So it feels to me like 75%, 3 out of 4 breaks that we do should at least have some urine or farting in it. That was a good one.
Yeah,
that was a mouth fart. No, that was by accident. That was me thinking. That was not a real fart.
But Keyzie, I mean,
you fart when you think.
It must be really reassuring for you, though, to know that 75% of our audience went, My God, that is genius radio.
And also to know that you're in the safe hands of a couple of radio veterans over here.
Yeah.
Even though that you're feeling that might not be the goer, you can just trust us and our instincts, because we sort of feel at least on par with 78% of the audience.
Totally,
we're in tune with them.
Totally. And I'm already thinking.
I trust you so much.
I'm already thinking of some new scenarios for the next improv, actually, and I think it's going to surpass what we did this week.
As long as it doesn't involve me farting and doing wheeze, then that's sweet ass.
I think something along the lines of, you've eaten some dodgy chicken on the way out, and on the drive home you've been trapped on the motorway, and you pulled into the driveway and you've had to sprint in through the front door.
Cool, that's a cool scene.
Action!
The Hauraki Big Show with Jason Hoyt, Mike Minogue, and Keyzie.
David Bowie there on the radio. Hauraki Big Show this Friday afternoon, but right now it's time for
What's on the Telly with Mike Minogue.
Watched Seinfeld last night.
Seinfeld.
Have you heard of that, man?
Yeah.
It's got Jerry in it. Hey,
Oh, yeah.
Jerry. Newman, etc., etc. Very good, very good. What did you watch, Jase?
Well, it was a really interesting. Thanks for your contribution there, Mogi. It was a really interesting evening for me last night. I was in so much pain with my foot, and there was a movie that my wife and I were going to watch that we've been saving up.
Saving up for it.
Well, no, but we've
It was a special movie, was it?
It was a special movie.
Special one, okay.
But as I say, we were about 5 minutes into it, and I was so racked with pain because I had my foot up on the couch there that I couldn't concentrate. And I just said to my wife, actually, darling, can we just flag this tonight? Because I'm in so much pain. I just need to take some painkillers and go to bed. Is that all right with you? And so
Can you take us through the whole conversation?
And what did she say?
She said, no, that's totally fine, darling. You look like you're in a lot of pain.
Yeah.
So did you take offence to that?
No, because I mean, there were tears and I was sweating. And
because I thought that you kind of guy, and this has always been my experience of you just shut up and get on with it.
Generally speaking, that's the case, Mogi.
Yes.
I do. But, having a crushed foot is...
Crushed?
Yeah, I mean, there's about
crushed?
six broken bones in there.
Wow.
So I just took like 5 painkillers and went to bed and... we went to bed together.
You had
and
5. I thought you had 2 just before you said.
We made love and stuff, but I just couldn't concentrate. You know what I mean? There was just too much going on my body.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, the good news is, fellas, I watched something last night.
Oh, thank God for that.
I watched Grand Designs UK.
Oh, that's the one the missus there is loving. He's like 65 and bald, and she's like, yes, please.
She likes the New Zealand host. And I do
But he's
too.
got hair, hasn't he?
Yeah, I know. She was like, man, imagine him bald.
Gee, she's all over the show.
I heard he's hung like a stallion too.
So the episode we watched last night, right, is this guy who he's a captain of a ship in the North Sea.
He just glazed over there.
Just
He
wait.
does what you do.
Yeah.
He's learning.
He's a captain of a ship that installs windmills in the North Sea. He works 5 weeks on, 5 weeks off.
Yeah.
He's in charge of the whole thing. He is a control freak. He
Is
is
he
a
the boss?
micromanager.
Yeah.
He is a boss. He got the house designed up. They started building. He wasn't happy. He fired everyone and said, I'm doing all of it because I don't trust literally any tradespeople to do anything the way I want it to be done. They showed clips of him working with a few people that would come to help, and he'd say stuff like, work with me, not against me. What are you doing? We're going to have to do that again. Restart.
Oh,
He's a
no.
backbone.
And he was a real prick.
Nightmare.
Nightmare. My wife and I spent the whole thing being like, I would not have gone on this TV show if I was like him.
But he doesn't know, does he? He thinks he's the man. Can you tell me about his wife?
She's the same.
Oh,
So
really?
she was, and so while he was in the North Sea, he'd come
And
back.
I shouldn't have presumed that he was heterosexual.
But he'd come back for 5 weeks and work on the thing, and his wife would look after their 3 kids, work her full-time job as well.
Right.
And then while he was away, she would handle all the stuff. And then at the very and so I was like, man, she's got a hard, she's had a tough
Hard
yakka.
row to hoe.
And then by the end, she was like, no, at the end of the day, if it's not done up to the standard we want, then we'd rather just do it ourselves. And I was just like, you guys are punishers.
I don't hate it. If they're happy being like that, I mean, I worry for their children. Oh God, that's going to be tough times.
The H word there. It was supposed to take 1 year. It took 5 years, and halfway through, he said, if I'd known it was going to be like this, I would have just sold it and moved on.
And that was the point I was about to make, which is I love when they're doing these massive arenas where
That's
the budget's like €1 million, and it blows out to 4.
That's right.
What I want to know is, where does the other 3 come from?
Thank you, Mogi.
The other thing I want to know is, where does the first 1 come from?
Good point.
Yeah. TVNZ on Plus. Check it out. Hey, fellas. Hey, fellas.
That was interesting, Keyzie. That's good stuff, brother.
The Hauraki Big Show with Jason Hoyt, Mike Minogue, and Keyzie.
Pearl Jam there on the radio, Hauraki Big Show this Friday afternoon. Now listen, we're on the road again, fellas. How are we feeling about that next week?
Is this breaking news?
No,
really.
It's not. But can you play On the Road Again, Keyzie? Because it seems like we should be playing that if we're going on the road again.
Cool, I'll just find that.
It was pretty exciting, isn't it, Hoyty J? We've been throbbing about the opportunity to get down to New Plymouth ever since the first time we went to New Plymouth, which was the first time that we'd ever done a show on the road.
Correct.
It was one of the greatest times we'd ever had. I got to sleep underneath a stairwell. While you had, you would say that you had your own room and what we could only describe as a motor inn, which must have cost about $18 a night. But even your room didn't have its own door. It was all sort of mezzanine and open planned. It was odd.
It was odd. And I'm pretty sure there was a body in the closet as well.
There was. That was me.
In a tarpaulin. But I didn't want to look too closely, you know what I mean?
Did you come out of the closet in the end?
No.
Hey, we're not staying in that same place, which is good.
No.
I've been told that we're staying in a different place.
Well, everyone gets their own room, which is a shame.
No, I don't know if that's true or not.
Yeah, right.
But we are going to Taranaki. We're going to be at the old Shining Peak Brewery, where it all began, fellas. Do you remember our first one, man?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, we were just talking about it.
Very well, yeah.
Do you remember you guys had to share that room?
Yeah, Keyzie.
And
remember when you guys made love?
Oh, that's right. Me and Jase made love.
Yeah, because I left the room middle of the night, just sneaked out into Keysie's room there, and we hammered away there for a little while.
Yeah.
So that'll be good.
Yeah, cool.
No regrets. Hey, Keyzie.
Yeah, man. Just regret you bringing it up on air again. Hey, Shining Peak Brewing, this Thursday coming. It's November the 4th. Wait, no, it's not. It's November 21st.
Wow, that was close.
From 4 p.m.
Oh,
That's right, I mixed up.
Yeah.
You're having a shocker today,
I am having a
Keyzie.
shocker today. And it's celebrating the Tattoo and Art Festival, which is on Saturday and Sunday. It's a bit of a warm-up for that. So to celebrate, we're going to have the great New Zealanders from Brothers Inc. coming along as well, so you can get a backbone tattoo or a good eating or a my wife.
Yes.
And we'll have backbone t-shirts to give away as well.
Great stuff, mate.
Yeah, so this coming Thursday, the 21st, Shining Peak Brewing, New Plymouth.
We're going to make love again, Keyzie?
No, we're not, Jason.
The Hauraki Big Show with Jason Hoyt, Mike Minogue, and Keyzie.
Well, there you go, you mad bastards. That's a big show done and dusted for this week. Mogi, your weekend plans, please.
Well, my old ma there, she was Marge. She was meant to fly in tonight from the Hawke's Bay, but the flight got cancelled, so she's coming tomorrow. So a bit of mum time will be bloody good. Beautiful bloody weekend.
Nice.
We'll get her home. She can look after the kid for the weekend, and me and the missus will go down the pub.
Yeah, great stuff, mate.
How tall is Marge?
7'8".
So can she go on a regular airline?
Oh yeah.
Right,
She go on the regular line. Yeah. She just has to buy. She has to buy 6 seats.
Oh, all the way across.
Yeah.
Okay.
She has to lie right across the aisle.
That makes sense.
Must be a pain.
Hey, what are you up to, Keyzie?
I'm having a chill weekend this weekend.
Chill, Winston.
Hey, that's from Lockstock.
Hey.
And Two Smoking Barrels.
That's
Pugs and I are going to go see Gladiator 2 this weekend on
Another
Sunday.
date, eh?
Another
Getting
date.
serious, you two.
We're going to go see that, so see what all the fuss is about. Other than that, chill weekend, which I'm excited about.
Yeah, good stuff,
What
mate.
about you, Jase?
I'm going to do a bit of fishing. I'm really hungry at the moment. I've been hungry the last sort of week, and I'm just going to eat a lot of food.
Just eat.
Yeah,
Just
I
eat,
am,
man.
but I'm eating more for some reason. But yeah, just a bit of fishing, a bit of sporting action, and maybe if the weather's good, do my lawns, that kind of carry on.
Yeah.
It'll be good, mate. It'll be very nice. I won't be here Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday next week, but I'll catch up with you good bastards on the Thursday when we're going down to the Naki.
Bloody oath, mate.
Good on you, mate.
Bloody oath.
Hey, now listen, have a great weekend out there, everyone. Make sure you check out the podcast. Make sure you check out our Instagram account. Till Monday. See you later.
Bye.